Alright. Welcome everybody to, we don't have time for it.
Tonight, we don't have time for it.
Yeah, I just said that too. Jill's had a long weekend, or beginning of the end of the week, whatever. We have a special guest here. I don't know if you guys heard, but Guns N' Roses is fucking back in action.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, real hush, but we got fucking, somehow, Axl stumbled on in, literally, and we were hoping he would talk with us a bit, but he's been pretty quiet. I don't know, Slash was supposed to come, but he pulled a Slash, so I don't know, we're digging here, we're digging.
Axl, is there anything you'd like to say about the tour coming up?
Just call me a come lover.
So I'm on your fucking show. Do you want me to ask you questions or?
Yeah. Go ahead, ask us questions.
Seriously, yeah. How did you guys bring the fucking greatest band in the world back together?
I don't know. Slash, maybe? Slash did it. Go
Axl,
ahead.
would you mind whistling for us and the audience?
No?
Am I here for questions or should I go? Because I have a thing with MTV2 in a fucking hour.
MTV2? They don't got shit on this.
It's your horse and pony show if you want to whistle or not.
We got all the patience that you need.
I thought I came on a show for an interview.
So then, yeah.
Right.
What's going on with the tour?
So, I finally decided to allow Slash and Duff, after begging me for fucking decades. I said, yeah, I'll sing again.
So that was what the issue was?
I was doing my own thing. I wrote some solo albums.
How did those work out?
And I'm still recording them.
You're still recording them, okay.
But it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
And, Slash, they all tried. He played in some little band, and it didn't go anywhere,
What band was that again?
Who knows? I don't fucking follow their garbage. But, yeah, we're coming back. We're gonna do Coachella this year.
I heard
And
Courtney
it's,
Love is too.
Well, that whore and her shitty boyfriend can, thank God he's not around to play Coachella because
Oh.
it would have been his whore wife making him, play. And, I don't know, they destroyed music in a time that I was creating the greatest music in the world.
Okay, Axl, so
And
then what happened?
that-
Where'd you go?
Idiots like those Seattle stoners with their flannel shirts, and no style whatsoever and no talent came, and I walked away from it, and people were still paying to come see me, but I walked away from it because I wasn't going to deal with it.
Really?
So I left.
Some say Kurt Cobain blew his brains out because he didn't want to deal with shit that you did.
Do you mind if I have a drag on it?
Well, maybe that's why we're back out. I don't like to share things with dirty girls. I'm just kidding.
That's pretty bad, Jill, coming from Axl. I hope your father doesn't see this one either. So, yep. So, are you surprised that Slash did not show up tonight with us?
No, he was always riding my coattails and wanting, seeing the real talent in the band. And
what else did you do besides whistle in the band? Did you play any instruments?
I created the
piano. I know, it was beautiful.
First of all, I'm a classically trained pianist, and
Pianist?
I'll train you as a pianist too, and I was.
So are you saying on TV that you are homosexual?
I don't need to deal with this. Like, if you want to interview me.
I
Otherwise.
am.
Well, there is a buzz going around that there may be some homosexuality in your lifestyle.
I think my track record speaks for itself. Motley Crue lived off of my my scraps.
They were
for decades.
Motley Crue was extremely feminine hair band.
I look good on stage too, and I can wear a kilt and short shorts because I look good in it. And maybe I never had a problem with any femininity in it. It was our show, and just because I brought the greatest style ever known to a stage, and
So if that's the
now-
case, why
now-
after all these years, you're old enough to be probably my father, are you coming back on tour?
because I decided it was my time to share my music with people again.
Now, would you say your newer music is consistent with your older music, or what kind of changes have you made or developments have you made musically?
I've never written anything bad in my life, so it's obviously this is going to be bigger and better.
Now, some people say that Slash made Guns N' Roses. How do you feel about that?
Wow, that's amazing to hear.
It's just I'm in an interview and we're just straightforward and just.
Slash is you could put anyone behind me. I mean, I did it on my own with Buckethead, and I didn't see anybody seeing any difference whatsoever. And I came back
Buckethead.
with a different style.
So Buckethead, this was your interim band between.
What have you been doing for the last 20 years that you don't know what Guns N' Roses was doing?
I knew what Guns N'
I've
Roses
seen
was
in
doing.
my research something about that, but if you could
I
give
was
us
worried
your
about Slash.
personal experience with that, our audience would probably appreciate that.
My experience was I came back to the stage and nobody seemed to care that anyone else wasn't there because I still brought the show that I always brought to a stage, and it was Guns N' Roses because Axl Rose was up front.
And you wholeheartedly believe that
Yes.
you are Guns N' Roses.
Absolutely.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Well, I would just like to wrap it up by saying we just don't have time for it.
Yeah, that
I don't
and
think I have time for this interview. It's
apparently
ridiculous.
you do. Slash didn't, because you know what? He's probably out doing something really cool. Like a guitar solo from like November Rain.
I wrote that on piano, actually.
Yeah, but you didn't fucking play it on guitar.
Well.
Mm.
Is there any last words you'd like to tell our audience tonight about the upcoming tour?
Obviously, I don't think I need to sell much. I think I'm going to sell out every arena I've ever played, just like I always had. And now, in 2016, I don't know. You know, Madison Square Garden was too big for me 25 years ago, so I don't know what they're even going to try to fit me
25
in
years
now.
have gone by. They've you know.
Do you think you'll pull in the younger audiences, or do you think you'll pull in
My
your
mother.
older fans?
I think I'll absolutely pull in every fan I've ever pulled in. I've never met anyone that didn't love Guns N' Roses and didn't love me.
I remember when I was like 4, my nanny and my mom had bought the Guns N' Roses brand's cowboy boots.
Excellent.
Yeah, they
Excellent.
were probably the cheesiest thing I ever saw, but they were Guns N' Roses. You're right.
Well, you were branded. You're a
Yeah.
band that had
Yeah.
a brand.
I am
Yeah.
fashion. I am.
So what kind of
Music.
branded kinds of accessories or, clothing are you going to have for this tour?
Maybe I'll wear a kilt. Maybe I'll wear shorts. Maybe I'll wear a Guns N' Roses shirt.
Will you have your band featured on a McDonald's cup for a Happy Meal?
I'll be featured on anything. Problem is the offers. It's very hard to decide. I mean, people think I disappeared, but I get at least 20 offers a day in the mail from major corporations asking to use my face. And just because I decided to lay low for a couple of years, people thought I was gone. But
Can you give us a couple
still
of
doing it.
examples of endorsements you were asked?
I don't
I
need to
I
endorse
heard,
any company.
No, I heard that the Posturepedic slip-ins for the elderly that you can get at CVS 2 for $5.
Mm.
That is 2
2 for $5.
for $5.
Sometimes BOGO.
2 for $5.
But
funny-
they're
it's funny
they're a
being-
prosthetic insert
It's funny
for
having
people with the elderly bad circulation.
It's funny trying to be mocked by 2 groupies that are going to be in my hotel room in about 15 minutes anyway.
Yeah, my mom might and my grandmother, but if you had a son, maybe, or Slash. Or you're not gonna pull an Axel on us, or?
Come on, can't you whistle?
Of course I can whistle. I can do whatever I want, Axl Rose. I don't need to whistle in an interview. I don't need to sit and have.
It seems like you haven't needed to do anything for a long goddamn time.
I don't. My mansion is much bigger than anything you've ever seen, and I still have my tour bus, and I'm still Axl Rose.
Okay. Well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure
Thank
to
you
have
for
an
having me on
interview
your
with
show.
you.
No, it's very nice.
And have a lovely tour. And good night.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass, Axel. Pull in an Axel, everybody.
Axl Rose, everyone.
Yeah. But once again, you can CVS the foot inserts for your shoes for bad backs.
I think I have
orthopedics.
here 2 for $5.
Yes.
2 for $5.
Yeah. Also, on the geriatric fuck aisle, there's also Depends with Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses prints on the Depends. So pick those up before you go hit up the show. And yeah, we love you a long time.
When I look into your eyes, I can see a love restrained. But darling, when I hold you, don't you know I feel the same? And nothing lasts forever, and we both know hearts can change. And it's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain. Well, don't you know you need some time on your own? Ooh, everybody needs some time all alone. Yeah, don't you know you need some time on your own? Oh, everybody needs some time all alone. And then basically it just goes into this guitar part that nobody ever cared about or anything like that, but that was it, really.